Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is President's Day, February 17th, 2020. Strong hand, long-term thinking. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. One Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. Don't FOMO on alts. Even though I'm going to talk about alts, that doesn't mean the FOMO on alts. It means Bitcoin doesn't have to worry about alts, okay? No fancy sets or graphics. Compete, don't complain. Unconfiscatable. Yeah, I'm offended by saying, I'm offended by selling. Hello, my elite friends. If you've got questions, I got answers. Type in Bitcoin Meister, or you can do a super chat so I see you. Cunningham says hi to me there. Good. You said Bitcoin Meister there. I see what you said there, Cunningham. Hi, guys. All right. Remember, new show here every day. Friday, This Week in Bitcoin was awesome. It was at disruptmeister.com. Follow me on Twitter at TechBalt. But American Hodl was on. It's a classic already. Getting a lot of views. Check it out. Link to below. Remember, amazingly, time flies. This Thursday, I'm going to be speaking in Long Beach at 7 o'clock. That's linked to below. It's going to be a great event put on by Gaston. And I'll see Robert there. It'll be a great time. And then Unconfiscatable is in Las Vegas. I will be there on Saturday. It starts before then, apparently. Check it out. It's linked to below. Everything I talk about in this video is linked to below. And yeah, the name of the group is Bit Active in Long Beach. That's Thursday. And of course, Saturday is Las Vegas Unconfiscatable. And I'm really looking forward to meeting some of these people that you're all familiar with from the videos that I've never met in person before. So it should be Juan Galt I'll meet in person. Okay, what do we have? I wanted to say, speaking of Unconfiscatable, I linked to the Twitter account again. I mentioned it yesterday. He's putting on something there. Tone is putting on something called the Scammies. It is hilarious. These polls are hilarious. They're hilarious polls. So go follow Unconfiscatable or check out the Twitter. It's treated as a blog. Pound that like button because I treat all Twitter accounts as blogs. I just read them straight up like that. All right. Now, a lot of people are asking me about the MWC crypto dividend. The exchange is down. Hotbit is down. Guys, I can't. If you want to buy it or whatever, go talk to Andy Hoffman. All right. He's OTC, whatever you want to call him. Andy Hoffman is linked to below. If you want to sell MWC, excuse me. God forbid, buy it. God forbid. You don't buy. You turn your crypto dividend into Bitcoin. I hope I didn't. Oh God. But yeah, if you want to sell, you can't sell your MWC on the exchange for some reason. Hotbit. So you can go to Andy Hoffman. Andy Hoffman's linked to below. I do want to say about MWC, this crypto dividend that we got for free. They still have 500,000 of it left. Airdrop that stuff to the Bitcoin holders, guys. Don't keep it in your family. Don't do one of those, all the MWC holders are going to get more MWC. There's only one MWC holder. It's the guy who's buying it all up, for God's sakes. Why reward him? Why keep it in your family? You need to market that thing. So, hey, Bitcoin family is the best Bitcoin family to market to. Give out, you did a successful crypto dividend airdrop beforehand. Why not just repeat the whole thing again? Of course, I'm biased. I want to get free MWC to turn into Bitcoin and that this silly guy will buy from me. Okay, that's great. So moving on. And here's a related tweet. Well, question mark, is this a related tweet? The only thing this is from Nick Carter. The only thing guaranteeing your deposit is the integrity of offshore exchange operators. Expect an insolvency. Okay, if the only thing guaranteeing your deposits is the integrity of offshore exchange operators, expect an insolvency. In other words, you're dealing with unregulated exchanges, mysterious exchanges, and you're keeping your You're keeping your precious Bitcoin or altcoin or whatever there. And hey, the only thing guaranteeing that the deposit's going to be there is the integrity of the operation. Yeah, you better expect an insolvency. Control your own private key. All right. So Matt Odell has a tweet, an inspirational tweet, I'd say, and something that should keep you in motion and shouldn't make you obsessed with the government. There has never been a government that didn't sooner or later try to reduce the freedom of its subjects. Instead of trying to convince our current government to not try, we'll develop the technology that will make it impossible for the government to succeed. That is a quote from Wei Day, some old school privacy guy. Now, let's analyze that for a second. Yeah, governments, as they devolve, they try to reduce the freedom of it's just the natural way of governments to reduce the freedom of its subjects. Now we can scream here and complain and say, oh, if you vote for this person, we're going to have more freedom. If you don't vote for this person, there's going to be less freedom. Oh, government, please don't do this. Please don't ban this. Please don't do. Bitcoin is beyond all that, okay? Bitcoin is the technology that makes it impossible for the government to succeed. But of course, most people don't opt into the Bitcoin overlay. They stick with the fiat, they value their wealth in dollars, and they just go with the slow flow of of losing their freedom. With Bitcoin, no, you're out of it. So don't waste your time saying, government, don't take away my freedom. Be efficient, buy the Bitcoin, and the government isn't taking away your financial freedom with that, okay? You're not ending up in the matrix of the Fed coin. You're in the Bitcoin overlay, and you can get out of Dodge whenever you want to, move to a new country with all your wealth. They're not going to stop it. So you can complain about financial freedom and say, this one's a socialist, this one's a communist, this one's whatever. Oh, he's going to make such a big difference. Or you act. You do. You're in motion with Bitcoin. And that quote is sums it all up. All right. Now, May 21st, Tel Aviv. I linked to it below in like 3 different places. Check it all out. They're promoting it. The halving party, the best freaking halving party on earth. I will be there. I will dance with you if you're there. Okay. I'll get down. You'll see how the Meister used to get down in Baltimore at the club and everything. All right. I'm going to be cutting the rug in Tel Aviv on the 21st. May 21st. That'll be after the actual halving event, I believe. But they're partying there, and they have the best parties, Bitcoin parties in Tel Aviv. It will be the biggest and most awesome Bitcoin halving 2020 party on the planet Earth. Check it out. Lots of information about that below. All right, altcoins do not hurt Bitcoin. People, you shouldn't feel threatened by altcoins. So many people have to have an enemy. You don't have to have an enemy in Bitcoin. You don't have to have an enemy. You can just enjoy the ride. You don't have to scapegoat and get distracted. There's no reason to blame anyone for anything. When you're Bitcoin, you control your destiny. You've got freedom. Why? Don't default to the way you used to be, scapegoating and blaming. Ignore. If you don't like altcoins, ignore them. Ignore them. Totally ignore them. People, do you know what's going on in Ripple right now? No. Who cares? Let the Ripplers ripple. I mean, let them do what they're going to do. What's going on in B Gold now? Who knows? Let them do what they're going to do. Now, Jimmy Song, though, has a tweet out there, and Udi comments on this tweet. I'm going to share it with you. I like Jimmy Song also. I like Udi. Jimmy, he mentions like it would be nice if the altcoins crash 70%. And Udi says the following, which I mostly agree with. He says, I like Jimmy. I agree with that. But I disagree here. I do not wish losses upon anyone and don't need to see alts crash to feel better. I agree with that. I think morally, it is only okay to hope for a crash if you put your money where your mouth is and short it. Okay, I'm not into shorting and all that stuff, so whatever. Otherwise, you're wishing ill on others for no reason. So yeah, in the long run, in the long term, guys, if you're wishing like, oh, let's see the altcoins crash 70%. So all these altcoiners lose everything. Oh, they'll learn a lesson. That's one step back, okay? that makes, because Bitcoin is connected to the entire cryptocurrency space. People don't realize that Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. Okay, many people don't realize that. So they got a big connection between the altcoins and Bitcoin. So if something happens bad with altcoins, it's going to turn people off to cryptocurrency. Mainstream media people will get confused and say it was Bitcoin that crashed 70%. It will slow down the progression of Bitcoin. The altcoins crashing will slow down the progression of Bitcoin in terms of people getting into the Bitcoin overlay. Will scare people away from Bitcoin. So it's, negativity is something to avoid. And I don't want to see, I don't get off by altcoins crashing. People will learn their lessons, okay? But listen, Udi says it's a bad look for Jimmy. I think that's a good way of phrasing it. Now, I like this reply in the thread, and all this is linked to below. You can read it yourselves. I don't see the harm in both existing, Bitcoin and altcoins. It's not like altcoins detract from the value of Bitcoin in any way. No, they really don't. They don't. In the true value of Bitcoin, what Bitcoin does, it's a security truth machine. Who cares what B Gold does? Who cares what Ripple's does? It doesn't change that Bitcoin is a security truth machine. So people get distracted by altcoins. Okay, they're distractions. People get distracted by a lot of things out there. We can't be Bitcoin mommies. Personal responsibility is a new counterculture. Isn't it a good thing that others want to explore the technology and build on it? Yeah, it is a good thing that people want to explore the underlying technology of Bitcoin. They're doing it in altcoins, whatever, and build on it. Fine. Some of them will come back to Bitcoin. That's fine. So I'm a guy that's I just let the altcoins be. I don't need to see the end of the world in altcoins, and I don't need to see Bitcoin dominance increase because it's a ludicrous. I talk about when Bitcoin dominance increases. I mean, it's newsworthy, but it's mostly ludicrous. And let Ethereum be the next Ethereum. What's it mean to me? We're going to talk about the decentralization and some honest speakers. Well, we're going to talk about it right now. Jimmy Sung, I do agree with him with this. Bitcoin, anti-fragile, low time preference, decentralized. DeFi is fragile, high time preference, and centralized. These two shouldn't be in the same universe, let alone the same category. Okay, they're not in the same category. For people who understand, they're not in the same category. So, I mean, you're absolutely right. The people who are getting in DeFi, I need interest on my cryptocurrency now. I need interest this year. Can't wait for my Bitcoin to go up in value, but I need it now. Let's try this DeFi. It's supposedly decentralized, and it's not decentralized. And we're going to talk about why it's not decentralized. But do I want DeFi to disappear off the face of the planet? No. Let people. They're doing things over there. Mainstream financial people like that kind of stuff. Its name doesn't say what it really is. Okay, it is not decentralized finance. I don't see how it will ever be decentralized. Okay, it is centralized. It is a way for people to get interest on their cryptocurrencies. Okay, and trust people to pay them that interest. But guess what? There are billionaires, millionaires out there that won't come into the space until they can do insane things like that. They don't understand that holding your Bitcoin, you get crypto dividends, you get interest on it. They don't want to learn. They don't want the insider information that you get here, okay? And that's awesome for you, because that just makes you wealthier, okay? That you've already got the insider information. You already profited off of the MWC instead of giving away your private keys to these centralized DeFi people. All right, Roman Q says, have you confirmed next week's guest for This Week in Bitcoin? No. With this Friday's, no, not at all. I haven't even asked anyone yet. If you were in Vegas, have you thought about doing a show with 3 live guests? Well, again, Friday I will still be here in Los Angeles. Okay, I am taking a bus at nighttime to Las Vegas, and I am like arriving at Las Vegas at the D Hotel probably at 3 a.m. on Saturday. Okay. And I'll be there, and then I'm leaving there Saturday night, come back to Los Angeles. So could I do a live show from the D? They've got sketchy. I doubt the public Wi-Fi. I think it's sketchy there. I won't be able to defend on it. I got to plan my Saturday show. It's probably going to be taped beforehand. Maybe I'll do some interviews there. But yeah, I could do. If This Week in Bitcoin, if I was actually at the D at Tone's event, Unconfiscatable on Friday, yeah, I could do a live show with 3 guests sitting there with me, in theory, if the internet worked, if I was there on Friday. But I'm not going to be there until very late, until 3 a.m. on Saturday. So, or Friday night, whatever you want to classify that as. Craig Ship said, and Craig Ship, oh, I haven't seen you for a while, man, at your undisclosed location near Camp David, Maryland, my home state. Good news, Brianna, host of BritFitDance.com, that's our BryFitDance.com, has strong hands and says she will never sell her Bitcoin. Also, she will dance for Bitcoin. CraigShip.com sent $5 to say that. Thank you. That's for you guys who value your wealth in women. She's hot. She'll jump around for you. I mean, she likes Bitcoin and everything, apparently. So, BryFitDance.com. Craig knows hot women. It's a long story. But anyway, I value my wealth in Bitcoin. No doubt some of you guys watching this will be interested in that. And Craig sent the $5 super chat. So he got his friend Brianna, who's hot, a nice plug there. Okay. So BryFitDance.com. Or just follow Craig Ship, CraigShip.com. That's with 2 P's. And he is awesome. He's a great photographer, great with video and everything. And he takes pictures of these ladies also for them. I'm sure they enjoy it. He adds to their portfolios. Okay. So well, he helps add to their financial portfolios too, if they take his financial advice with the Bitcoin, but they're pictorial portfolios. All right. What do we have here? Jimmy, we talked about. What is this? Jimmy, so I talked about Chris. So let's talk about DeFi. Chris Black. Chris Black has been on the show before. He is like the most honest dude in DeFi, okay? He does not get emotional. He is unemotional about this DeFi stuff. He is trying to give it a legitimate critique, okay? And this dude, Tushar Jain, has this tweet that says, the majority of DeFi projects have admin keys, which enables the centralized team to upgrade the contract. This means they can upgrade the contract to a version where they can take your funds. And he says, credit on the research to Chris Black. And that is straight up from Chris Black. We talked about that, I think, last week, how Chris Black is doing an analysis of all these DeFi platforms. And he talks about the admin keys and that they're centralized. And another guy said, Haminkel says, more guys like Chris Black are needed in the DeFi space. Less emotional attachment, shilling BS. More constructive criticism and level-headed thinking to enable DeFi to flourish. So I agree. When looking at the DeFi space from afar, there are a lot of guys that think it's the best thing since Swiss cheese. If you insult it, you're horrible. They get emotional. He's trying to boil down to the very bottom and get it to be really decentralized. Now, will they be able to get something like that to be ever decentralized? Truly, it's up to your interpretation of what the word decentralized means, I think, right? It's like a Bill Clintonism. What was his thing? What does is mean or something like that? I forgot what his insanity was. Lawyerly stuff there. All right, Cryptomania said, but Chris is, of all the dudes in the DeFi space, Chris Black, baby. If you dare want to get into that stuff, go to Chris Black. I linked to him below. He's linked to below, and the tweets about it is linked to below. A good guy. And so Cryptomania sent €2. Greetings, some dirty fiat for you. Thank you, man. Thank you. Cass8 says, Bitcoin Meister, what kind of business did you start after you got tired of working for other people? It was called ContactMeister.com. I did marketing research for software companies. I would make them, they needed to sell their software platforms to various like C-level people. And all I would do was figure out the email addresses of C-level people, and they would pay me money for it. Thus, that was ContactMeister.com. Yes, I mean, so yeah, that's what I did. That's something I did. You probably could still do that. It got boring after a while. It should be automated by now. But I was good at tracking down the email addresses of C-level people, and software companies would pay me money for that. All right. So that's good question. Good question. And from then on, I've only been working for myself since the contactmeister.com days. And as I've said before, thank God when my relatives came to America that they got the last name Meister, that they changed it from Masterovoy to Meister, because that helped with that business too. Sportsmeister.com, contactmeister.com, disruptmeister.com, pound that like button.com. All right. In motion. And that was when I got used to like working any time of day and night. And I could, I had a lot of leeway back then. I would every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night, I'd be partying, man. Value your wealth in Bitcoin, but I used to value it in some other crazy stuff. And okay, we talked about Chris, who's awesome. Nick Carter, who's also awesome. He talks about this FCoin insolvency. FCoin is some exchange I never heard of before because, of course, I don't trade Bitcoin and I don't deal with ridiculous exchanges, but it's insolvent. Now, it didn't get hacked, though. He says the FCoin insolvency is more evidence for my pet theory that many unregulated exchanges are fractional reserve willingly by default. No one cares to ask, so why bother being fully reserved? Great point. It's a great point, man. If no one's going to check up all these exchanges, why not just not really have the Bitcoin there? And then at the end of the day, have an exit scam. Why not? But hey, some of you dudes love altcoins so much and don't love fiat so much, you're willing to deal with these people. But proof of reserves. Proof of reserves is great. It would be great for the industry. If you're going to deal with an exchange, let them show you the proof of reserves. Show the address where all the Bitcoin is at. But of course, some operation in China will never do that. Well, I never say never. Never say never again. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, yeah, but why should these? No one's calling them out. All the 80%ers are like, trade, trade, trade. That's what I heard on YouTube. Better trade. That line looked a certain way today. That little charty. Better trade on the Chinese exchange. Oh, they ran away with all my Bitcoin. Oh, was it worth it? No. Okay, but personal responsibility is a new counterculture. All right. So, and with that in mind, let's talk about a guy named Alex Jones, who for years has been telling his doom audience, Bitcoin is controlled by the government, blah, blah. And meanwhile, all these years, Alex Jones had the chance to buy Bitcoin for very, very cheap. In fact, Alex Jones could be retired by now. Could be a I don't know what his finances are now. I'm assuming they've taken a hit since he's been kicked off he's been deplatformed by everyone. And he could be so rich by now. He knew about it so early, but he kept up his doom character. He was a short-term thinker. Why not say Bitcoin's a conspiracy? So I get all these people happy that watch my show and they'll buy my products. He didn't think long-term that, this is a real thing. I really should buy it. But now there's an article here. American radio star, host of the InfoWars and far-right conspiracy theorist Alex Jones, call him whatever you're going to call him, but met with pro-Bitcoin champion Max Kaiser, and call him whatever you're going to call him too, because I'm no fan of his. He admits, you're right. I should have gotten involved in Bitcoin a long time ago. So I assume that Alex is, since his listeners have been cut down on, and he knows that Bitcoiners, that they'd probably be a pretty good ally to have at this point. Why not say something good about Bitcoin? Change your mind now. It'll get some Bitcoin people back on board. So all of so many doomers that blindly worshipped him, they missed out a lot on Bitcoin. But is it his fault? No, it's their fault that he blindly worshipped the guy. Personal responsibility is a new counterculture. So meanwhile, in the long run, Alex Jones didn't get super rich from Bitcoin, but he did get rich from the doomers. Meanwhile, the doomers that never did anything and bought his pills, they didn't get anything. I mean, they didn't get Bitcoin. They got his pills or whatever. So yeah, Alex Jones has changed his mind. Oh, great. Don't put him on a pedestal. Don't end up like those doomers that are like, oh my, he's changed his mind now. What? The FBI doesn't control the NSA doesn't control Bitcoin. Oh my God, my worldview is destroyed, Alex. Oh. Okay, Roman Chu says, but it's news. Great, Alex. Go buy some Bitcoin, Alex. Okay, do that. If you were to start, this is Roman Q. If you were to start another business in the future, what kind of business would interest you? Well, obviously something to do with Bitcoin, and marketing. Something to do with marketing Bitcoin. But that's what would interest me. But I mean, I think if you're asking like outside of the cryptocurrency space, what would interest? I have no idea. I don't even. If cryptocurrency disappeared from the face of the earth. Something technological, internet-based, maybe some real estate stuff again too. I mean, I know about that kind of stuff. That would have to be like, that's not going to happen because cryptocurrency, Bitcoin is not disappearing from the world. But I think you just meant a general question. What type of business, if I wanted to start a business in the future? Well, maybe YouTube stuff too. I mean, I'm good with that. Yeah, so forget real estate, YouTube stuff, marketing, YouTube. I don't know, social media. I like cutting edge type of stuff. All right. So we talked about Alex, and something I forgot to say yesterday. I forgot I put Libra in the title originally, and I meant to talk about it. I forgot it. That happens sometimes. There's an art. I don't know if this rumor is if it's been debunked yet. The Libra Association is weighing a shift to a US dollar-backed stablecoin. Okay, it's a simpler form of printing your own money. I mean, what it boils down to is the United States government going to now give them permission to do this? Okay, but he wants their permission. Zuckerberg wants their prediction. So now it's not a basket of currencies just saying, hey, it's going to be a US dollar stable coin. Will that make it cool with the government? Maybe. He's just simplifying. He's simplifying his money printing machine because bottom line is he wants to make his own Facebook money. Let him do it. Innovate. I have no problem with him doing it. You should do it. You shouldn't even care what the United States government's care. Just do it in a different country than Mark. If you're watching, pound that like button if you're watching, Zuckerberg. But so it's not that, to me, it's not a big deal at all. If they make it a US, some people say it's a failure if it's a US stable coin instead of what it was supposed to be. No, it's not. If he prints his own darn money, it's a big success. It shows the world that one of the most powerful corporations on the planet can print their own money like a country. All right. So Justin Sun, something I missed yesterday, he actually has a Steemit account now. And he explains at his Steemit post what he's trying to do. I think there's some Steem people that think it's not good that he bought Steemit. It's good that he bought Steemit, all right? He actually bought some Steem also, apparently. He kind of vaguely discusses in this post. It's linked to below if you care about that kind of stuff. And, hey, maybe we'll get a legitimate social media platform that is all crypto centric, which Steemit is supposed to be. And hey, I hope that he does a great job, whatever job he's proposing, because I get Steem for free, baby. I'm Bitcoin Meister on there, and I post all my videos. It takes like 2 seconds. My YouTube videos that you're watching right now, I post them over there. I get Steem. Never buy something that you get for free. Turn that stuff that you get for free into Bitcoin. Now, the following is kind of a joke because it's from Udi, but I take it seriously, okay? Because I think something like this will happen one day. I talked about these coin mergers, these coin takeovers, altcoins buying altcoins. Now we see Justin Sun is sort of doing this. He's buying distressed crypto assets. Well, Udi says, this is a great deal. Justin Sun should acquire Bcash developers. They need cash and planning to attack the network for funding. Okay, they need cash. And they were planning, talking about the tax as an attack on the network for funding. Justin can help. Tron gets to snatch Bcash away from Ethereum plebes, whatever that means. Over time, Bcash migrates to Tron to fulfill the vision of fast, low-fee cash. Justin Sun is doing a great job finding crypto communities that need funding and have them join the Tron community. It's a great way to strengthen both communities. Win-win for Bcash and Tron. Bcash will officially rebrand to Bcash. No, BCH will officially rebrand to Bcash instead of calling it the other name. And Justin will become the new Bcash Jesus. All right, so some of this is funny, but hey, I think if Justin Sun did buy all those Bcash developers that want to be paid, instead of them doing the tax or whatever, they and then migrate and then they agree to migrate it to Tron. So there's some sort of merger there. It would pump both Bcash and Tron, and then there wouldn't be Bcash. And who knows? You could go a lot of different ways with this. And the dude could, something like this will happen one day. So now, will it be with Bcash? And probably not. But hey, there's an idea out there. And I think it's a creative idea. Why not do it? Why not? Why not try it? Let's see. This Justin prints his own Tron money, and he's just using it on everything. Do what you're gonna do, dude. It doesn't bother me, because if Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin, 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. And yes, someone said Peter Schiff didn't like that that Alex Jones likes Bitcoin. Yeah, so what? Who cares? Peter Schiff doesn't like anything positive about Bitcoin. That's his gimmick. He's trying to sell gold. Gold people are negative. They don't like anything. Well, that's an overstatement, but you get my drift, man. The gold people, they got to have enemies list, okay? Let gold do what it's going to do. It's old school. If you want to stick in the old school, be in the old school. Hang with Peter Schiff who complains about everything. I'm Adam Meister, Bitcoin Meister, Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video, check out the links below. Pound that like button. Bang that bell button. Click on those beautiful, if you're watching this taped, click on the beautiful boxes up there. And I'll say hi to you dudes in the chat. See you soon.